is the world's largest application development platform for browser-based apps. We have more than 220,000 different publishers who use our technology, and we have more than 100 million active users of our technology. And what it enables is that any publisher, particularly in the gaming industry, can go in and develop their own browser app, which allows them to have a much better real-time conversation connection with their users. So as an example here, Playdom, a social games company, has technology which allows a user to see in real time through the browser their status in the game, how much energy they have, when they can have another turn, and it helps them drive greater interaction with their games. We're also launching the ability here today for game developers to have their own mini games in a browser, so that they can develop little flash games which sit persistently in the browser, where in this case it's a little Tamagotchi thing where your little character can go and do things like eat, for example, and have an apple or what have you. This particular game has been released for just 3 weeks and is already being played by 4 million people. And just gives you an idea of the types of active actions and activities that are possible. And it's very, very simple application technology, so that the publisher, in this case it's Read Write Web, they can put on a piece of JavaScript on their site, and when they have got their app, apologies on the broadband here, come on, load, the commercial break, there we go, gets you a view of their app, which I can then add to my browser and say yes, and then up here I've now got Read Write Web that I can take with me. So I basically can take a piece of the internet with me easily, and it sits on top of the Chrome of the browser, just as
an extension.
It's effectively like an extension, but it's much more simple than that, in that it enables publishers to leverage existing open technologies like RSS, XML, Flash, Silverlight, whatever they're doing. They put a wrapper around it within our platform, which is self-service, and then they can deploy it not only to their own users, but also across our network, as we have a marketplace where, and of course, commercial break, waiting for the thing here to launch, where they can, end users and publishers can search for great content that they can then add to their own applications. As an example.
You've got your own app store.
Effectively, yeah. So here, you've got Zynga. They've got 4.5 million users have got this on their browsers. And if I look for Pitsy, which is the name of this game here, we can see how they're doing today, if it ever turns up. But as you know, the technology is used by all sorts of different publishers. Endors is a free-to-play MMO company. They've got their own app, which wow, I'm slow today.
So because it's browser based, basically the performance of the content doesn't matter. So you could run it on anything from
Runs on anything.
massive machines to a netbook to a
Absolutely.
smartphone, even, I would imagine.
Exactly. So in this case here, the user can log in. They can then see how much coins they have, the latest items available, and it ties in with the back end of their database. Or someone here like Xfire, which is aimed at the hardcore gaming space. They've got a tool which basically personalizes the latest information for that gamer within the community. They can see the latest live game videos that are being broadcast associated with them, which in my case is all World of Warcraft.
Are you a big WoW fan?
I was. That's why I had this thing, and of course then I've been too busy, I haven't played. Not since the last expansion, but that's another story. But Pitsy here's got 3.9 million active users of this little game. It's been out for 3 weeks, and it's just a great example of how we are effectively extending the platforms that game developers can reach gamers, which obviously has gone through iterations from packaged goods to browser-based to social network based, and now we're doing it effectively in the Chrome of the browser.
Yeah.
And we're quite excited.
Does it work with Firefox or works
It
with
works on Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Safari.
Why not Chrome?
It's in development.
Okay.
We will be announcing that before too long. And we're then looking to extend the technology so that it'll work across additional platforms and devices in the mobile and set-top box space in the future.
Does it work offline as well?
Yes, it does. If the publisher designs it in that way, yes, it can. Yeah, it's basically in the cached. But if it's live data and it's drawing from a server, then no, it won't work, because obviously it's pulling in the live data. So, for example, the Endors example that I was showing you before, this coins here would just say coins. It wouldn't say that you've got 3,000 coins if you couldn't pull it from the server.
Good. Well, thank you very, very much for that.
No,
Thanks for your time.
thank you.